do it. Let's open it up. Yeah.
There it goes.
Oh, very nice. Right.
Oh, 45 years ago, Jim Davis birthed into the universe a cosmic orange oracle. And we have been watching him ship cats all over the world ever since.
True. Come along with us, fellow listeners, all of you here today, as we plumb the depths of these three panels, like the spider-loving, lasagna-loving, and spider-hating tarot cards that they really are.
This is Mystic Lasagna! What's going on? Oh, happy Monday, Paul.
Wow, happy Monday, Alex.
Oh.
Happy Monday to you. Big Monday energy.
Huge Monday energy.
Love it when there's rain on a Monday. It
Yep.
Monday knows its thing when it's rain and it's that gross outside.
We got classically Garfield face pie today.
Oh.
On Monday.
Oh, yeah.
I got up and I was like,
Super
it was
sunny. Really nice. Yeah. The birdies landing on the finger. Yes. Yeah.
And then splat.
Yeah.
The rain and the hell and the gross. But you know what? We're here.
We're doing it, you guys. This is a lovely room. Give a hand for yourselves for coming out here tonight. Thank you all so much. I'm just excited to be back. The last Mystic Lasagna Live that we did was right before the pandemic.
March 2020 was the last time we were on stage looking like idiots. So thank you for being here. Paul?
Yes, Alex.
What the heck even are we doing here at all?
It's a very good question, Alex. We are communing with something that we call the field. And I'll tell you what that field is. It is the field with a capital F, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo! It is a collection of all the energies,
Thank
all
you.
the voices, all of the collected wisdom of the universe and all the other universes that have been whispering into Jim Davis's ears.
Yes. And I'll tell you what happens. His eyes roll back and he just prints out these Garfield comic strips like a conduit of the freaking universe, y'all. It's the only explanation.
The only explanation.
Only explanation. It is ubiquitous. Everybody knows Garfield. Garfield will outlast all of us.
Are the Garfield comics really hilarious?
They're all right.
Are they really well drawn?
They're sometimes phone it in.
Are they genre-bending, brain-breaking thought essays about life?
Yes.
Absolutely
Yes,
they
are.
And so that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to get into just pulling all of the cosmic significance that we can out of Garfield, a Garfield comic strip. But first,
we've got some stuff going on.
Yeah,
we've got friends.
nonsense.
It's a live show. Garfield's got friends. Odie's in there. Nermal's around there. Spiders are there.
Yeah.
The TV.
there's a dog.
There's a dog.
There's a postman that apparently, according to Megan, has been paid off or
Yes.
is getting some sort of illicit favors to ship a cat all over the world.
Exactly. They've got a special deal. Maybe it's a mafia sort of thing. We are rewatching The Sopranos. It could happen. I can see it happening in that world.
Like this, like that.
Yeah, a little Zahn, a couple layers in there.
Yes.
There's a veterinarian that makes John drink dog jizz. It's true. Look it up. It is in the comics. That is canon for Garfield. But y'all, we've got some stuff happening.
Yes.
And we've got Nermal in the house today. I wasn't sure if Nermal was going to show up, but Nermal's
here. Nermal, come on up.
Right here. Give me a hand, everybody. Oh my gosh. Wow. I think we're gonna do like a drawing competition.
So, here comes Nermal. Nermal's making his way to the stage. So, here's an one of the many, many interesting things about Garfield the cat is that he is so ubiquitous that he just exists in the zeitgeist hard. Is there anybody in the room who has not interfaced with Garfield the cat before on some level?
Has everybody had experience with Garfield in their lives? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I see some lots of nods. Yeah.
He's around.
It's beautiful.
So we're curious what ChatGPT thinks that the most perfect Garfield comic would look like.
That's right. And we're gonna the same way that we randomly generate a comic and find meaning within those comic strips. we're gonna reach out to artificial intelligence and see if they can come up with a comic. And Nermal is...
Nermal's gonna draw it.
Nermal's ready to go. Nermal's gonna draw it. We've got the 3 panels right here.
Nermal, how you feeling?
I feel great.
The only rule is this: you can't look at the GPT.
Okay.
We'll describe it. Maybe we'll have an audience member come up and describe it.
Oh, am I pulling up ChatGPT right now on this computer?
Or actually, you know what? I can also do it on my phone,
So
right? Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
On this computer.
Lady, on the
Yeah.
computer.
Awesome.
Yeah,
why not?
yeah, look at behind
Beautiful. Nermal.
No,
Working on ChatGPT. How's life? What's it like being the cutest animal in the Garfield universe?
Oh, come on.
Canonically, you are annoyingly cute for Garfield, unfortunately.
I never hiss.
That's very true. That's a very good point.
But sometimes hissing is cute, not to diss those who hiss.
Yeah, you can't diss the hiss. As we all know. Yes, as we know. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Another question. Abu Dhabi, what's it like?
Well, it's nice. The beaches are like the most epic litter box you can imagine.
Sure, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
So I've gotten to really utilize that.
That's good. I'm glad. Yeah, Abu Dhabi seems pretty freaking cool. Oh,
Hey, Paul, how do I use ChatGPT?
Oh yeah, here I got it. All right, here we go. Okay, so we get this in here. All right, we're gonna ask it to, I think, describe. Oh, yeah, we gotta verify that you're a human, though. This is the very important part. Y'all, this is the best part of the show right here.
No.
Oh, you have to sign up. Oh wow. All right. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Yeah. We're gonna sign up. Wait. You know what? I might actually.
Don't give them any of
Yeah.
that information.
Yeah. Just link that to Google. This actually is part. A lot of the podcast is us just Googling things. It's really great
Are
stuff.
you going to give them your personal information, the GPT?
Probably. I think probably.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
We can also.
All right, Nermal, would you like to start things off, and then we'll see where the AI and you match up?
Okay, you just want me to start drawing?
Yeah.
Go for it.
First panel, Garfield. All right, we got you time for like.
This is real
30
Brooklyn
seconds, y'all.
experimental theater right here,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
This is we are
Yes.
fucking in it,
Yes.
in the rain. We're
All right.
truly just looking at a big inflated cat butt. Who knows what he's doing back there?
All right, Nermal. Okay.
I
here we
see
go.
a cross-eyed somebody going on back there.
All right.
Cross-eyed somebody indeed.
All right.
Can you see me wiggling my tail?
Yep. They're enthralled. They're ensorcelled. They're blown away.
Oh.
I mean,
All right. I've got the ChatGPT.
Okay, we're
right
there.
now.
We're ready.
It's happening, y'all.
I don't think, it's okay to sort of sit quietly together and just be together
Yeah.
here
We're communing.
for a moment. Think about cats and the rain and lasagna. How many layers there are in lasagna.
Yeah.
How nice that is.
It's pretty centering.
And sometimes you can just start at the top of lasagna and keep going. You never hit the bottom, man. You just
Wow.
live there now.
All right, y'all. Here we go.
Thank God.
I asked ChatGPT to play. I said hello ChatGPT.
What it said.
It said hello.
Oh shit!
Please describe a 3-panel Garfield comic strip by Jim Davis in great detail. It says certainly, first of all, with an exclamation point.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Helpful wrote
very
it.
nice. And it says, here's a description of a 3-panel Garfield comic strip by Jim Davis. Panel 1, in the first panel, we see Garfield, the lazy orange cat lounging on his favorite armchair with a smug expression on his face.
Oh yeah, smug eyebrows, smugged it up.
Yep.
That's the first panel.
He is holding a remote control in his paw, looking directly at the reader. In the background, we can see a window with some trees and blue sky visible outside. All right.
It's pretty good.
Nermal, that's looking pretty good. Remote
you.
Is he
control.
holding the remote control of his tail in your picture?
Beautiful.
Oh, that's a paw, but hold on.
No, I love it.
That could be a
Reveal panel 1 to the audience, please.
Okay. Here's an armchair. There's a chair.
Beautiful.
There it is.
Give it up for your podcast. Panel 1. This is fantastic. That's beautiful. All right.
People know that I spent a summer at RISD.
All right, we got panel 2. In the second panel, Garfield is still sitting in the same position, but now he looks annoyed. No longer
Recreate that as quickly as you can with him being annoyed.
no longer smug. Yeah, definitely get the difference between smug and annoyed. If we can read that would be great. Thanks.
Garfield, 2 of his main emotions.
Yeah.
Smug and annoyed.
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
proper.
look at his. Oh, dude, he's so pissed.
Oh yeah, he's actually kind of pissed. He is staring at the TV screen, which is showing static. And there's a speech bubble above his head that reads, "Great, cable's out."
So fucking funny, dude.
I know. That
The
really
cat's
gets
trying to
me.
watch TV, dude.
I know.
But he's a cat.
And it's not working. And he's frustrated
He's
about
so
that.
pissed off.
And annoyed and kind of smug.
You know what's weird?
What?
I get pissed off when the cat's out.
Yeah,
when I
me
want to watch
too.
something on TV and it's like
It's
not
relatable,
working, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I was watching. I want to see Pedro Pascal on one of the shows. He's the only one.
But the cable's out. So sorry.
So I can't. No Pedro Pascal. I go to TikTok and look at him.
Also, how about this last little detail that ChatGPT gives us? The window in the background is now partially obscured by a large rain cloud. Isn't that kind of like scary that the
really
robots
good.
are adding that little bit at the end?
It's really. I mean, it does speak to like Jim Davis's ability to like create ambiance with just a couple of lines.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. Just a little rain cloud as it slowly comes in. Reveal the second panel. I love it. I love that it's just, what the hell?
Look at the rain cloud! Fucking, did a rain cloud just come in from the Nintendo universe? Is Super Mario outside trying to kill that rain cloud?
Oh, that's
This is
beautiful.
from that alternate reality where they love Monday.
Oh,
Yes.
The government sent him to take out Garfield.
Yep.
And like, alright, let's resolve this. What happens in the third panel according to the robot?
All right, third panel. In the final panel, Garfield has had enough. Period. He is standing up on his hind legs, with his arms outstretched, and shouting at the TV screen. Oh no.
I know how it feels.
Oh no.
I got pissed.
Garfield's rage has just gone through.
Yeah, it's affecting us all. I can feel this right now. The speech bubble above his head reads, "Hey you, fix it now."
He's screaming at God!
I don't know who he's talking to. It's higher powers. I think it's a higher power. All right. There is a lightning bolt outside the window and the rain is pouring down heavily.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I love that ChatGPT knows that Garfield is pretty much in constant contact with the Almighty.
Yes. And how about that like three level escalation right there? That's like pretty solid. You know, the rain is coming in.
That's more work than Jim Davis has ever put into one of these panels. I'll tell you that right now. Like, definitely, I can get like Garfield's like ChatGPT on its own was like, you know what Garfield really needs? A fucking weather metaphor in the background.
Oh yeah, definitely. We need to tie this back to the universe.
A visible sign from God
Yeah.
that this cat needs to get up and exercise.
Yeah.
Like the rest of us. We ready with panel 3, Nermal?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Hey you, fix it now! Don't know who Garfield's talking to.
Yes, I love that he's become, in the third panel, he's become Dr. Robotnik. He's gonna fight Sonic the Hedgehog.
I do.
That's
like,
amazing.
Yeah, I know that goes straight up.
Fucking glorious.
Y'all, here's one of the best things too. At the very last sentence of the ChatGPT is, and there you have it. a description of a 3-panel Garfield comic strip by Jay Davis.
Amazing. Thank you. Can we give it up for ChatGPT and Nermal the cat? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Nermal. Thank you for being here. Your semester at RISD was well worth it. Clearly, we will take a picture of this and post it at Mystic Lasagna on Instagram for all of us to look at later.
Yes.
Give it up for the dump truck on Nermal. All right, Paul, how are we doing, man? We're supposed to have a sing-along now.
Yeah.
And it's like these words, but we're gonna skip it.
Yeah.
And we'll listen to that song later. Because man, we just like interfaced with the internet for longer than I thought we would.
I know.
But we are now what we need is a volunteer who would like to indulge in the sacrament with us.
Oh.
Is anyone willing to try and eat a lasagna faster than Paul and I?
Come up.
Please come up. We're gonna have a lasagna eating contest.
We're gonna speed eat lasagna.
What's your name, brother?
Young Carl.
Young Carl, what's up? Welcome to Mystic Lasagna.
Great to see you, young Carl. We have 3 lasagna pedestals here for the ritual. We have chairs. We have hot lasagnas coming soon.
And we do.
Probably lukewarm and semi-frozen, but it's still going to be fascinating to watch.
And to
also
judge this competition of masters, we have our very own lasagna consumption expert. Please welcome to the stage, Dillon Geyselears.
Oh, yes, please grab a mic.
Let's get ready to crumble!
The Parmesan cheese on these fancy. Oh, that's so much lasagna. I'm gonna try and eat this whole lasagna. Okay, we're gonna do this. Is this Young Carl? Young Carl.
First and foremost, Young Carl. Do you have any dietary restrictions?
I do not.
Okay, great. Because I have no idea.
Also, in high school, I literally would challenge people to speed eating competitions.
Oh, okay. Now we got a competition tonight.
Your hand went right up. All right.
One of which almost killed me.
What? Go on. Say more.
I tried to speed eat a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
Don't do that. It gloms into a big ball. It gets stuck in your throat. It's bad news.
Well, thankfully, a lasagna is basically a bunch of grilled cheese sandwiches stacked on top of each other with marinara, so we're probably in good shape, right?
I will be eating it slightly slower than that.
Okay.
Nice, very nice.
Well,
now do you prefer, are you a fork or a spoon mood right
You know, you better give me both.
Yes, that's the correct
I
answer.
don't want
Young Carl's ready to just shovel it right in.
Yes.
is anyone interested in taking on Young Carl? Was that a yeah, Megan? Or like, are you encouraging somebody to go for it? Because it's gonna be me if it's nobody's willing, and I'm not afraid. I'm ready to do it.
I got the spoon or fork for you.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's get this on because
Do we have the third one? Should I go check on the third one?
I think we can just go versus mono.
Okay. Well, let's get a chair. There you go.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Tonight we have a very fancy feast here. Banquet. Give it up for Banquet. TV dinner. Lasagna with meat sauce, everybody. We got your ricotta cheese. We got mozzarella. We got your meat sauce with proudly made in the U.S. of A. Since 1953.
This is not. Oh boy.
Okay.
Yes.
Look.
This is a deconstructed lasagna. Looks like we've got.
Yes, we have. It's a curly. It honestly looks like egg noodles and a ragu.
What do you think, buddy?
All right. Well, let's place our bets, shall we? Let's start with Young Carl. Who thinks Young Carl's got this in? How about Alex? All right, ready? It is hot, so when I stir it around a little, you want to get the temperature evenly distributed there. You know, microwaving. Okay, are you guys ready?
Let's go.
Let's cheer them on here on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Feast. Oh my Lord, Young Carl just shoveling it in.
I love the multi-utensil move there. He's scooping the...
Hoover, Max XL over here. Alex can't believe it. Young Carl is really digging deep here. Wow, look at that form. He's got the fork and the spoon going. Alex is not utilizing his spoon whatsoever. Young Carl is looking to the audience for support. Oh my Lord. Alex is really falling behind. Alex is giving up. Young Carl is victorious.
48 seconds.
Here, I'll let you keep this, sir. Oh, 48 seconds.
That's under a minute. That was over a minute. Beautiful.
That was fucking insane, my dude. I was really worried you would be here for a while. I would like to present you with this softball t-shirt.
Yeah!
Signed by all the members of the show tonight.
Yeah.
There you go. That's one of a kind, baby.
Thank you, my friend.
Congratulations. Young Carl was really craving the layered wave. Am I right or am I right?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Wow.
Not only did he eat that nice fucking
amazing.
let me tell you, gross. Disgusting. It's not
Yeah.
good lasagna.
I saw you got to a point where you were just kind of mixing it up. And
I
I
know,
knew that's when it was
showing
a
as fast
problem.
as I could.
Alex,
No, I know.
I'm ashamed of your performance.
I mean, listen, man, we all have.
Oh,
we all
and
have-
here's the third.
Paul, you have to enjoy this
Now
on
we're
your
gonna watch
own.
Dillon eat this lasagna as fast as he can.
I think I'm gonna snack on this throughout the show.
All right.
Well, you enjoy that. Give us some tasting notes.
Thank you. Yes, definitely.
Thank you for
Definitely.
playing Sauce Boss.
What up, everyone? Lasagna gets up next for Dillon Geyselears. Thank you so much, guys. Oh my gosh, brother. Thank you. Okay.
Giancarlo, you've won another lasagna!
You see if you can beat your record right now in 30 seconds. Oh my gosh.
That was incredible, y'all.
All right. Well, I think what we're going to do now is do what we actually do in the podcast.
Yes, now we're at the part where the podcast begins.
And yeah, you want to bring our friend up?
Yes!
To the stage?
Y'all, Lyssa Mandel, everybody!
Yeah. Come on up.
Just
Grab
join us.
a
Yes.
microphone and grab a chair. We're going to
Here.
get cozy. We're going
Oh,
to
it
hang out.
definitely smells like
And we're going to talk about
It
Garfield.
really does. That lasagna is potent, right?
I mean-
It just like it's like the incense in a church. Really, it just
Right.
like gets in your clothes.
It never goes away.
Yeah, it never leaves. Really.
I'll tell you what, I do feel closer to God after eating just half of that banquet lasagna. I do.
Yeah, me too.
I do feel closer to my infinity. That's
Yeah.
how I feel. Yeah.
Especially to eat it that quickly too. You know, I feel like it does something to your
It's
soul.
the most lasagna I've ever eaten in a minute. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
God damn, Young
Well,
Carl.
young Carl, straight up enlightened. Straight
Yeah.
up enlightened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Garfield, you would be proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Garfield-esque. It was
Yeah.
freaking incredible. Well, Lyssa, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. We're going to do a little interview real quick with you, and then you're going to help us to plumb the mystic wisdom out of a Garfield
Great.
comic strip.
Yes.
We have got
Two main
two
questions.
interview questions that we
Yeah.
ask everyone who's on the show.
Yes.
The first of which is, what's your relationship like with Garfield the cat?
My relationship with Garfield goes way back. Okay. I felt from a very young age, like whenever I started watching 6, 7, I don't know, I was like, this cat is my people.
Yes.
You say watching. Was it the cartoon then for you?
It was the cartoon. It was the
Garfield and
cartoon. Yes. So I would watch with my little brother Saturday mornings, like a religious ritual,
Classic.
truly.
Yeah.
Followed by Muppet Babies.
Beautiful.
Woo.
That's a really that's
That was the classic block.
that was a very good block combo.
It was a really good
Yeah.
block, and from there, I feel like I was just, telling folks that I feel like my sense of timing was really developed watching Garfield.
Yeah.
And the because he's a comic genius, totally deadpan.
He really is.
Yeah.
He can also manipulate the nature of physics at will
Yeah.
to like.
I
yeah.
mean, we were really learning something deeper, I think, when we were watching these chase scenes where they just passed the same thing over and over and over again, and it was like, really is like Sisyphus on the screen.
Yes,
you know?
it is. It's pushing teaching the rock. He's teaching. Yes.
Yeah.
Teaching us.
It's all a loop.
So
It's
much.
a spiral.
Yeah.
A look Albert Camus, I believe, would be proud of. I think
Yeah.
Garfield's joyfully consuming lasagna until, up the hill and down again.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Garfield has smoked cigarettes on a French beach. 100%. That is in his.
He is
orchestra.
killer at the blackjack table.
Yeah. He's great at blackjack.
Yeah, he's an existentialist, right? And I feel like he really like. So I'm an elder millennial, kind of cusp of Gen X, and I feel like he really encapsulates that kind of like dark, brooding, Garfield, Daria, Alanis Morissette, sort of triumvirate.
Elder
Yeah.
millennial. Gather around, Gen Z. Let us tell you about our real monsters. Yeah. Absolutely.
Very true.
Well, so like you watched him and fell in love. Did you ever own any Garfield? Anything growing up? Did you
I definitely.
Did you get into the capitalism of it all?
Yeah.
Is he there? There was plenty to buy.
Yeah. Or did you breach the Sunday comics sphere as well?
Right, yeah. So spending money on it, no. I mean, I'm an Aquarius rising, so I hate capitalism. I live outside the bounds of capitalism.
I'm an Aquarius sun, so I think that I'm above it.
My weird bows to your weird. Yeah.
I'm a Scorpio, so I want to burn it all down. I think I just want to burn it all down.
I did collect some of the comics. Like, I remember going to Florida to visit my grandparents, and they had the kind of newspapers that had comics in them. My parents only got the New York Times. There were no comics in the New York Times.
What?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm learning this now. There are no
I didn't
comics
know
in
that
the New York
either.
Times?
No, very serious and pretentious.
Fuck you, the New York Times.
I didn't know that at all. That's wild.
No, there's a crossword
Oh, we're going to
puzzle.
present
Yeah, the crossword. Yeah. All right.
the Rome, Georgia News Tribune had a crossword and also Garfield.
Oh yeah, the Orlando Sentinel as well.
And also defended the Confederacy. So, I don't know. Who's better?
The New York Times wins.
Yeah, sure. Been reading them op-eds? Word. Well,
yeah.
we do have another question.
Yes.
What's your relationship like with the universe?
Ooh. Right, so I only have like 30 seconds to answer
Yeah.
No, you have as much
Real
time as
fast.
you
My
want.
life's work, Alex.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Let's get into it.
The way I think about the universe is that it is like a beneficial parasite. It's like a divine parasite that lives inside us and is kind of directing us. And we think with our stupid human brains that we're making all the choices, but really we're being like, who but the universe brought you guys together to do a show like this? I mean,
For
where
sure.
the fuck does this come from? It's not for money.
Nope. No, it's definitely not for that. Thank you, my wife. It's definitely not for money. It's definitely for passion. And I will tell you that like the podcast has a very small but insanely rabid following.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I think those kind of like rabid passions, whatever, is like the greater intelligence of the universe. We're trying to like discover itself through us.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love that.
I mean,
and hence Jim Davis coming up with a Garfield. I point to this as if, well, the mystic lasagna floating, of course, is very much the universe. But hence the universe trying to get his little teeth into the Garfield comic world.
The universe is
And
hungry for
teach us
lasagna.
stuff. Yes, it's hungry
the
for
universe
lasagna.
loves it.
Yes.
And
yes.
also Garfield was like turned out into the universe, right? Like Jim Davis does not give a shit who does what with this property. If he walked in here right
So
now,
true.
he would just be like, cool. Like there will never be a cease and desist.
Because Jim Davis realizes he's just the channel through
Exactly.
which the universe creates Garfield.
Exactly.
And whoever wants to use it shall use it. If
Yeah.
you want to start a Garfield Eats restaurant
You can
in
do it.
Toronto,
There's no like
You can do
intellectual property situation happening.
There is.
I think they
but
teamed up there.
You have
I think
to-
they did team up.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think if you're making
He
money,
said yes.
Jim's going to get a piece of it.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
So eventually,
Yeah.
we might get like a, hey man, can I have like $1.50 that you guys earned from God knows what?
Is Jim Davis John Arbuckle?
John is.
He is a cartoonist.
Somebody asked what his job was earlier.
Oh.
John is in fact a cartoonist.
Yes.
I've got
yeah.
a new Grace. What's
There's-
up?
He
Yeah.
announces it in the first
Yeah.
comic.
Yeah. This
Yep.
is the pipe.
Says
Yeah.
I'm a cartoonist and this is my cat Garfield, and Garfield says I'm a cat and this is my cartoonist John.
But to be fair,
Hilarious.
he never goes back to it. He never really goes back to being a cartoonist, so he may have lost his job, possibly. And is collecting stamps, though, and living off of some stamps.
That's
And maybe he's
such
living off of stamps.
a good read on the whole thing. Is that like John Arbuckle's like pitched his like life's work of a cat comic to and like lost everything.
Yeah.
So now he's just like bouncing around his house hallucinating.
It is, it's because of Garfield that
Losing
he is
his
now
mind,
just
talking to his
destitute
cat.
and psychotic. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
All right.
I love the idea of, you said like the universe is a beneficial parasite?
Yeah, like a benevolent.
Benevolent parasite.
Yeah. So like, okay, I read this book called The Cosmic Serpent. It's about ayahuasca. Surprise, surprise.
Hells yeah.
And it was the book
I
that like.
have done a bunch of ayahuasca.
Have you? I have done a bunch of mushrooms.
I have done a bunch of
ayahuasca
DMT.
yet.
I've never
Of
done a
course.
bunch of ayahuasca. It's the fucking Chili's Express of ayahuasca. DMT is.
Yeah, I don't think I need it. But anyway, I was reading about like what it, consciousness and like how it was the first time reading this book that I conceived of like God or whatever your word for God is as not just something that's like big and huge and stuff, but something that's actually like super tiny and like woven into our DNA.
Nice.
And I was like, my organs are kind of working without me telling them to do that. Like, what the fuck is that? So I'm
Something told your mitochondria to be the powerhouse of your cell. I don't
Yeah, that's
fucking know
right.
who's giving
Something
you
told
directions.
me to pursue a bunch of random, artistic ventures that would lead to nowhere.
There has to be purpose. The
Yes.
universe wants us to be doing this.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Yes.
Should we get into it?
Yeah, let's get
Should
into the
And
pixels.
now we awkwardly
of this.
transition out of this
Okay.
presentation,
Ooh.
and we go to a website I know how to work. It's Gawkimix.com.
All right.
Now,
Oh,
Gawkimix
yeah, we're not
right
gonna do
here.
that one.
This is kind of like the portal, the gatekeeper of the knowledge here.
Oh, I thought you said Gothamist, but you definitely did.
No, Gawkimix.
Yes, guys, pronounce
Gawkimix.com.
It's kind of like an ancient sort of gatekeeper beast that guards knowledge.
Yep.
If
And
you will.
we're not gonna get into this one. We're gonna take a moment, all of us together.
Yeah.
And we're gonna decide. We're gonna just breathe deeply. Think about how insane it is that we're all sitting in this room together, or how beautiful it is, or how benevolently parasitic it is.
Ooh,
We're all sitting in this room together, and we're going to generate a random comic together. And it's going to be full of knowledge that we all need to hear tonight.
Will it be like this? Possibly. We don't know.
Random comic. Hell yeah.
Wow.
Let's zoom in, shall we?
Ooh. What's
Let's
going on
continue
here?
to zoom in.
We've got a Nermal in this randomly generated comic.
Yeah, we
Which
do.
doesn't have, we've done what, 200 episodes?
We've done
of the podcast?
240 episodes of this podcast, and I think we've seen
Rare
that
have
walk
a
out 3 times.
coincidence.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm down with that universe view as well. Yes. This is all happening for a reason, and Nermal's here playing with a yarn ball. Oh, that's beautiful.
Look at Nermal. He's so annoying.
Look at that. Oh my gosh.
He's so happy. Come on.
So as we approach this as we would a tarot reading, we generally come to these symbols like toys, for example. They're adversaries, and Nermal is in and of himself a toy and an adversary.
Yeah, definitely.
And also this I think he's a major arcana player as well.
I think Nermal
Right?
really is like the fool, right? Because the fool
Yes.
takes a very innocent, childlike wonder approach, like a risky step forward, just based on a gut instinct and with a beginner's mind.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's so true. Yeah. And Nermal is he's never gonna really grow up. Nermal's just gonna be concerned about throwing the yarn ball up. And I haven't read it yet, but throwing it up and letting it land.
Letting it land. Well, let's get into this. Let's read this comic together really quick.
Yeah.
Panel 1.
Garfield's nonplussed. Classic start.
Are they on top of a table? Are they on the floor? Nobody can possibly know.
Yeah.
Garfield exists in a liminal space most of the time. that Paul and I like to call the infinity table.
Yeah.
There's no fucking telling
It
how far
goes
that
on
goes
forever.
this way or that way.
Yeah.
There's no telling like how tall the house or the room is. They're just sort of on a surface.
Yeah.
Could be in
changes
between
probably.
dimensions, you know?
Exactly. It's definitely a liminal
Yeah.
situation happening.
And here we go.
Yeah.
First panel, Garfield says, "Answer me this."
Nermal's there having a ball.
Having-
Straight up having a
A
ball.
literal ball.
What is this? This is 1985. Okay, October 26, 1985. All right, we've got some like pretty nice little like mid 80s color scheme going
Yeah, I love
on
it.
here.
I was about 3 years old when this came out, so
Yes.
it feels very close to my soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That green with that purple too.
Yes.
It's kind of nice.
Why is it when they say an adult has the mind of a child, they lock him up?
Oh my god, I didn't even know that
Oh,
before.
that's crazy.
That's
very
that's
1985.
I want to have fun. I'm excited to want to have fun. Put him in jail. Put him in jail. It's 1985. If he doesn't want to sell stocks and do cocaine, straight to jail. Oh man.
But that's the mind of a child. That's the fool.
Well,
That
this
was
is what I'm
cool.
saying, but like,
It's great,
you know,
yeah.
see, my question is like, are these tarot cards for us, the viewer, or are they for Garfield? Because I think that Garfield is the one asking the questions, and then Nermal shows up as the answer, and it just seems to me like Garfield is always being given an opportunity to, loosen up his mind a little bit, maybe, be optimistic for once, find some empathy inside of himself. And this is one of the tools. The Fool is one of the tools that can help him do that.
Nice.
Fool is the
I
tool.
love that.
Yes.
Does he accept it in the third panel?
No, fuck no.
No.
While children are allowed to run free in the streets, Kerslam. And he
And
gets the ball
almost
right in his
brings
face.
it down. I love that this is for Garfield though to learn that we actually haven't ever read one of these like with it in mind that Garfield is asking the questions for the tarot reading.
Well, because like Garfield is us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So-
very much of a fourth panel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I
love
mean,
that. I
can
really
you
love
guys
that.
answer the question? Why is it when they say an adult has the mind of a child, they lock him up, while children are allowed to run free in the streets? What is it that, like, we love kids. Kids are great. We love the Fool. Like, the Fool is, you see him in tarot, the Fool's a great, you're excited to see him. It means the beginning of a journey. It's
Yeah.
full of potential.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
But if an adult, if somebody is like, say a 39-year-old man wants to put on a fucking silly hat and talk about a comic strip in the back room of Bar Park Slope on a Monday night, they're like,
Go to
Yeah,
jail.
why?
the
Go to
older
jail.
the older we get, the less societally acceptable it is for us to move through the world with childlike wonder. And I am here on this earth to defy that.
yeah,
Yes.
hell yeah.
Yes.
Sam.
Yeah.
I think we should all be there, right? It's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, and then what about Nermal too? Like, I mean, Garfield's like really yucking Nermal's yum here, right? Like the ball takes on this thing where it slams into Nermal, but it kind of feels like Nermal's still having a little bit of fun throughout
I
all
kind of see
this,
the corner of a smile.
right? It looks like he's smiling a little
Well,
bit.
imagine like
Yeah.
the fool character like classically in like Commedia dell'arte or in like Shakespeare or
We're in
whatever.
it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, this is a show.
Yeah, listen, I'm theater trained, so
Word.
the Fool is like always the smartest one on stage. Actually, they don't get the credit for it. They are considered stupid because they're a lower status, but they're usually the wisest one on stage.
Yeah, it makes fun of Kent's dumb ass when he's locked up in the stocks. That's right.
Yeah.
Shakespeare reference.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Feste in 12th Night.
That's good too. Well, Feste's. Careful with that though, because Feste's dumbass loses. No, Feste's the one who wins. You're right.
Yeah, he wins.
I'm more of a
I was thinking about
costard, right?
Costard?
I'm more of a costard guy.
Yeah.
Just
Love
because he's
Flavor's
so...
Lost. Woo!
Yes, Love Flavor's Lost, Chad. I love Flavor's Lost. Which is basically a frat. to be
My boyfriend
honest.
is sleeping.
You don't like all this like Shakespearean costard humor?
I played Costard
I know.
once. Yeah.
Yeah.
They dressed me up as a bee, and I chased the like serving girl that dressed up as a bird, and so we were just trying to fuck the whole time.
Yeah.
Didn't get to though. Dang. Ball hit me right in the face every time. Kept chucking it up in the air.
Did you say something wise?
I just throw it up in the air. No, Costard didn't say a whole lot of wise shit.
that's true.
He's just more like
Mix it up.
whatever. He's more like
Yeah,
I mean,
like
Nermal.
Yeah.
Here's deal.
Yeah.
Nermal's gonna throw the ball up in the air again, even though it hits him in the fucking
Exactly.
face, right? He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, Nermal is here to experience the fullness of life, even if it hurts.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. It's
Absolutely.
that cyclical.
And-
That's beautiful.
and
That's
Garfield-
beautiful.
Garfield's
Yes.
unwilling to face that pain a lot of the time. It's why it's why Garfield
Exactly.
throws up like decoys for the Monday pies all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
instead of
Garfield-
just standing up and being like, what?
Yeah.
No, Garfield is afraid of vulnerability. He is
Yeah.
completely shut down, and numbs out,
Yeah.
Yes.
which was a very popular way to be in the 90s, I would
I
say.
mean, he's definitely
Yeah.
in the 80s. It's weird because like now
Well, he was
he's
ahead of his
now
time.
he's not as much like that. I mean now and also now John's happier and John's married and like it's a way more.
Oh my god, I stopped reading way before any of that.
Well, we have a Garfield
Oh,
podcast,
yeah.
so I read it every fucking day. And
John's married.
it's very Garfield has. I mean, Garfield's been growing and learning and changing and talking to the universe through all of us.
Yeah.
But again, because like anybody can take him and do whatever the hell they want. They're like, we talk about this on one of our episodes. An early NES Garfield game.
Uh-huh.
They just took him and slapped him over a like make hamburgers video game.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
now part of what ChatGPT knows about Garfield is that sometimes he really badly needs to make hamburgers as fast as he can. Sometimes in 1987, like little kids try to make Garfield make hamburgers really fast. So like it gets confused and weird, and now he's grown up and he's very different. But here in 1985, he's only
This is OG Garfield.
7 years old. He's super, super angry, very, very like Lorenzo music Garfield. Yeah.
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 And he's not ready. He's not ready to move on. Which Nermal, I feel like Nermal. I love the fact that Nermal, like, he's used to this cyclical thing, so he's like numb to it.
Yeah.
Garfield never even gets into that cycle though, because he's not free
That's why
enough.
that's why he's still trapped in these
Yes.
in these little squares instead of free in the universe.
Yes.
Because he's still working
Yeah.
through his what is it? The Maya?
Oh.
Where do we know our
Samsara.
No, please.
I like
Thank you,
this.
thank you.
That's awesome.
I love that.
I mean, we've talked
even
about a bunch
even
of like.
in the cars, he's trapped on the
He
little suction
keeps
cups.
he keeps incarnating because he refuses to learn the lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's interesting. But he
This
also,
is
he often tries, and he has moments of zen very often. That's interesting. Garfield knows we're here. Garfield knows we're talking about
Oh,
it
yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Because again, Garfield's part of this big, giant, massive consciousness, and then we're about to take the shit and fucking post it all over the internet, and it's going to go back into the like hive mind that we're pretty sure AI is writing the comics at this point.
It has to be.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah.
And they've
But-
just got an algorithm. I mean, it's not Jim. Jim did hire a hive mind. That it is so like it is a bunch of animators that like grew up with Garfield that are just like.
So maybe
Sure, yeah.
Garfield is also like a parasite, just wanting to regenerate, right? Just wanting to make more of himself. And we're helping him do that.
I don't know if he wants it. It's just happening. You know what I mean? I think you're right. He hasn't glanced inward enough to get out of the panel. He does look at us all the time in comics. So
Yeah.
like look right at the fucking camera and be like, "You see this asshole? Do you see John? He's doing it." So like he knows we're here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's talking to us. He's addressing us directly. Answer me this.
Do you think that if he were to step out of the comic, he would become like a real cat as opposed to a drawn cat, kind of like in the Take on Me?
Kind of
video?
like in Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties,
Oh,
where
yeah,
he's
yeah,
like
yeah.
CGI and voiced by Bill Murray and becoming more and more of a real boy with every media property that he does. Do I think that if somebody offered Jim Davis a shitload of money to make a Garfield that sticks like, I mean, there's plushies. He's right here. Garfield's in the room. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, but what about like a real cat?
that's a real and a cat. That's a real thing and a cat. I know what you mean. I don't know. Maybe one day he will. Maybe that will be the final Garfield comic, is it'll just be a picture of like Jim Davis's old ass orange tabby cat, his fucking 48-year-old orange tabby cat. And it's just like, finally, kill me. I mean, maybe.
I don't know. I hope for enlightenment for him.
Yeah, me too. I mean, he's working on it hard. He gets in and out. He, as long as he isn't willing to like get hit in the face with a ball, though, himself. I also think that if none of us were looking, and Nermal left that ball there, he'd start fucking around with it.
Do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I
Sometimes
think he'd
there's
want
a window.
to, but he wouldn't do it.
If nobody's looking.
Every once in a while, we'll be in a space where Garfield isn't looking.
Yeah.
But I think he always knows.
He's the observer, always.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. He's always there.
Hell yeah. If we've got a lesson to take with us from these 3 panels, what do you think, friends?
I say like have the freedom to get into this like cycle of joy and like risk enough that you'll be able to experience that maybe.
I love it.
Better
I love
to
it.
experience
Right?
something than nothing.
Yeah.
Even if it's an unpleasant something.
Yeah, I love that. Better to take a ball in the face than never play with a ball.
Yes!
Yes.
They say that about love, you know?
They do say that. I think that might have been Costard at one point that stood up and said, better to get hit in the face with some balls than to not know what balls smell like. I think is what he said. Oh my gosh. Well, friends, thank you so much, Lyssa, for joining us.
Oh my gosh, I could do this all day. Thank you.
Where can people listen to you? Read
They
your stuff?
find me at A Flock of Sandwiches on Instagram. That's kind of my main
Hell yeah.
social media guilty pleasure. And, I'll be around.
All right. Well, until next time, friends, throw up the balls.
Ooh. Jump into the cycle.
Don't be afraid to get hit in the face. Lasagnasté.
Lasagnasté.
Thanks so much, friends. That's our show. Thanks for coming out. One more round of applause for Dillon Geyselears, Lyssa, and John Carlo. Amazing.
Yes.
Y'all are awesome.
And Nermal.
Oh my God, that was incredible.
Have a great rest of the Monday.
Happy Monday.